Last week I posted on my local videos that I was going to a library, but both were closed due to New Year's. This time they were open, and since I unfortunately stayed up late, I woke up late, but I was able to go, but at a really late time before closing. I didn't know there was so many people going out because there's some sort of recital going on, so little did I know. Some sort of library recital about ballet. There were a lot of kids coming out, a lot of adults coming out. I got that same social anxiety, but I went up and I asked a bunch of random people where to go. Like, I still wanted to interact and, find some books too. But they just told me to go inside, but lots of people were coming out, so I had to eventually wait. I tried to speak to another person, but they spoke Spanish, a level advanced that I could not reach yet, so I just abandoned interaction with them. Despite the hesitation, though, I did bike there, and I did lock my bike because I don't want no one stealing it. And I entered inside. It was very quiet since there are a lot of people already left. I was taunted by a false illusion that just because the library is quiet, you can't talk. I mean, historically, yes, but the thing is, with libraries today, a lot of people, just because no one talks doesn't mean you can't talk at all. Libraries wouldn't mind talking, but what I realize is just don't be loud if you're going to talk. So I ended up being silent for like the entire time there. And like school, that same social hesitation came back. As much as I am picky to also interact with people, and obviously I would talk in the library, but you just gotta keep it low. Just gotta keep the interaction on a silent level, not like a whole type of conversation, but keep it as if you're whispering. That's practically what it is. But yeah. There was one person, she looked like she's in her mid 20s. I wanted to talk to her, but that illusion of silence took over. So instead, I just looked around for books that I found interesting. But when I came back later, she left. I found someone from my school inside one of the kids' sections of the library. So I saw fall until I asked them where it went, but I put it back and I moved back to the other side. And there were a lot of library workers, a lot of people, a lot of kids looking around. Obviously, there's some kids that are like running around in the kids' section. So I wanted to talk to a father who was also their daughter and someone else. I chose not to interact because they could misinterpret my presence. So I could have made something, but I chose not to. A lot of people were sitting down with their own partners, so I was very picky. I took like 30 to 40 minutes to find who I could initiate interactions with. I prefer one-on-one or two-by-two interactions because it's more equal that way. Then when it happened, I interacted with another person. This time she was a girl around in her mid-20s. She said no anyway, so in this case, I spent like 2 hours looking around for interactions, but also for books that I found interesting. I didn't get full interaction again due to that silent illusion and due to people my own hesitation to and someone else saying no, but I still passed that field test. My goal in this field test was to find someone to talk to and find a book to read. So I should have come earlier then, but I know this may be one of the first places I'm actually going to make a friendship outside school, outside family. That in itself is a milestone to adulthood, is what I would say, but I've already broken down situational anxiety, like people moving around, lots of groups, and asking what's going on, breaking that fear. I realized that about like 30 to 40 minutes of full hesitation, that maps and explains what I've been doing at school. I'm so picky with the people that I'm trying to talk to that the periods that they take up, especially during class or during lunch period, I end up taking the entire time looking to who to talk to, but not like settling and talking to people. Because the thing is that when it comes to school, is that I'm just refusing to settle with superficiality. I'm refusing to settle with the first people that I see, and no wonder I can't find a direct friend group that matches to someone like me. Is that there are not a lot of people like me within the social noise. All right, let alone romantically either, because it's very opaque. There's a lot of people, a lot of superficiality that blocks my way, especially in trying to find a friend group that kind of matches my alignment. So using those same skills that I used to interact with people in school, I use them this time within the library outside of school. And no interaction yet, and that's perfectly okay. But what will I do next? Well, I'm going to go back again and attempt a new interaction since this is just random people over and over again. So this is where it works now. I mean, at least my method of just interaction and hoping for continuity. There's no pure judgment, no social games, there's nothing like that. Just go and interact. There's a form of continuity that could possibly exist there. The first steps taken into the unknown world is what I would say was mostly the adult world, people we don't know yet. And one day these people, and even the books that I'll read, will be familiar because of self initiation. Well, many of the steps into adulthood, because we're going into nowhere without incentive, without being rewarded, and nowhere where no one knows us. That's what matters.